Welcome back to Mona's Take. I am your host, Mona Rose, and we're here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything I have coming up. Today's episode is going to be on the Challange 38, Ride or Die, I believe episode 5. There's a lot going on that I don't quite understand. We'll get right into it. People are acting on a whole nother level on that. Can't wait to see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really? You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, a recap from last week. Tommy and Sis went into elimination against Colleen and Kim. Colleen and Kim, it wasn't even close. They slaughtered them. So Tommy and Sis went home. So it shows the beginning of this episode, and they're happy to be back. Colleen and Kim are happy to be back in the house. But they know that if they don't win, that they're going to be right back down in elimination. They've been in elimination, I think, almost every single week. Except for one, I think. I'd have to go back and look. But they know if they don't win, they're going right back down. Another team that desperately needs a win is Michelle and Jay. They know that since all these rookie teams have been going home, they're next on the list. The only rookie teams left are Colleen and Kim and Horatio and Olivia. So they're the next in order to be going down every time the vets win. And they know this. Darrell and Veronica are seen talking. They feel like that they're on the bottom of the pack when it comes to the vets. You have to remember, Darrell and Veronica have been away from the Challenge for quite a while. They've been on the All-Star seasons. But they haven't played with these people that are on the Challenge and that have been for years. So they don't have a lot of good relationships already built up in the house, like, say, Nani and Bananas and Casey and people of that nature. They don't have good relationships. So they're going to have to prove themselves, and they're going to have to start making some type of alliances. They talk about if they have to go down and they pull the dagger, who they should pull. And Veronica said, Anissa really hasn't given me what I think she needs to give me. We're cool, we talk, whatever, but I think if push comes to shove, she's not going to try to save us. So they're seen talking about that early on. The Daily Challenge is sponsored by Burger King. Not only do the winners gain power and have to make some tough decisions, but they also get $5,000 apiece from Burger King. Burger King also sponsors a big meal for everyone in the crew when they get back. So the challenge is one partner has to swim out to a buoy and grab a piece of the crown, swim back. The other partner has to swim out to another buoy, grab a piece of the crown, come back. Then they have to get in a rowboat, and one of the members has to row out to another platform, grab another piece of the crown, row it back. Then the other partner rows out to another platform, grabs the fourth piece of the crown, rows back. Whoever gets their crown in first wins. So the first heat, they did it in 2 heats. The first heat was Nuries and Nelson, Laurel and Jax, Amber and Chauncey, Anissa and Jordan, Olivia and Horatio, Jay and Michelle. Laurel started out in the lead. I mean, she went off that platform into the water like a bat out of hell, made it to her platform, and got her crown and started back before some people even made it to their platform. But on the way back, she gassed out. Laurel has always been a very excitable player. And I think that she doesn't take time to slow down. Her brain doesn't slow down enough to go, okay, I need to pace myself here. So on the way back, she loses steam about halfway through, which gives Michelle a chance to pull out the lead. Jay kept the lead when it came time for him to go out and get his puzzle piece. And they finished the first part of it pretty quickly. Amber and Chauncey finished the first part of it, but then they were DQ'd because they sunk their boat before they ever had a chance to get in it. I still don't know how they did that, but... So Jay and Michelle won the first heat. The second heat was Nani Bananas, Tori and Devin, Mariah and Fessy, Colleen and Kim, Casey and Kenny, and Veronica and Darrell. The first portion of the competition, Tori and Devin were in the lead pretty much, well, when it first started with the girls, Casey was in the lead. But somehow, by the time she got to her buoy, she went from first to fifth by the time she got back to the platform. So I have no idea where the hell she was swimming to. So Tori and Devin had the first part of the heat down. So then it starts the second part of the heat, or second part of that, the rowing. And that portion was a cluster screw from the word go. Nani could not get it right. Mariah couldn't get it right. Everybody else was having problems except for Tori and Devin and Kim and Colleen. Kim and Colleen and Tori and Devin were neck and neck the whole race. However, Tori and Devin ended up pulling out the win. So, it was between Tori and Devin and Michelle and Jay. The winner was Jay and Michelle. And I was like, I'm so happy. Yes, I love Jay and Michelle. I'm glad they won. They can go after the vets, get a strong team out. Go, Jay and Michelle. Yeah. They get into deliberation. And Michelle automatically wants to throw Laurel and Jax in because she thinks Laurel's going to come after her. They don't get along. They're never going to work together. Yada, yada, yada. Laurel and her have never had any problems. Laurel has never spoke about Michelle. I don't know why Michelle gets in her head and starts getting these thoughts and getting paranoid and just runs with it. Jay tried to fight her a little bit. You know, me and Jax are friends. I don't want to do that to him. And Michelle said, yeah, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop Laurel from coming after us. Yada, yada, yada. Jay throws his hands in the air and says, okay, fine. You can have that one. Then he says, Kim and Colleen. Like, what the hell? Why would you throw Kim and Colleen in when they're probably going to be numbers for you? Because they know the vets are coming after them. Their reasoning was, if they could get them in a room one-on-one, they could talk to them about working together. You do that before you risk someone's place in the challenge. You risk their game. Made no sense to me. So then they start talking about Anissa and Jordan. And Jay said he's heard that them say their names several times, that if they won, they would send them in. And I keep waiting for Nani and Bananas. They put them into elimination. Everybody is knowing, okay, Nani and Bananas are going in. They're going to be one of the 4 teams. Finally shows the board, and it's Veronica and Darrell. So they missed the opportunity to get Nani and Bananas in there. Jay's thinking, if we scratch their back, they'll scratch ours later on down the line. I don't trust Bananas as far as I can throw him. And Nani's already thrown you into elimination regardless of you being friends. So it comes time for the interrogations. But first, before the interrogations, I just want to say, and I wrote this down because I was livid. I take back what I said about being so enthusiastic because Jay and Michelle won. They're dumbasses. Dumbasses. They don't deserve any power because they don't know how to use it. This was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I said, they said the same thing to just about all four of them that came in there, you know. We want to know, we don't know where your head's at, you know, if you want to work with us or if you don't want to work with us. Throwing them into interrogation is not the place to have those conversations. And they're not likely to work with you. Michelle even said something about breaking up pairs. Out of all of four of those teams, they didn't break up anybody. That was four random, off-the-wall crap that made absolutely no sense. And remember, even if you're, okay, this is the opportunity to see if they want to work with us, fine. This is not in their control. The only thing in their control is the one person that they send into elimination. The one team. The other three teams is a crapshoot. Whoever pulls the safe dagger gets to pick another pair that's safe. So any of those four teams that you put in have the risk of going in to elimination, and there's nothing you can do about it. So how the hell do you think people are going to want to work with you when you're risking their life in the game? No sense. Again, I was flabbergasted. I swear I wanted to choke both of them. Basically, all four teams, with the exception of Jax and Laurel, handed Jay and Michelle their asses. Laurel and Jax just gave them the silent treatment. It's like, do you have a question for me? What are you asking me? They were just like stone-faced. They were both pissed. And I tell you now, Laurel is not one to have pissed off at you in the game. And I have a feeling Jax is the same way. I have a feeling that if Laurel and Jax come back in the house, Michelle's ass has had it. Because they are going to come after her. So they get down to elimination. They throw in Laurel and Jax right off the bat. That's who they picked to go in elimination. They just lit the fuse to a very explosive bomb, I'm afraid. And they get down to the dagger pool, and Darrell and Veronica had already talked earlier, like I said, about who they would save if they happened to go down and win safety. And so when it comes time, who pulls safety? Darrell and Veronica. And Veronica gives this long speech about how they feel like they're at the bottom of the pack of the vets. And she was looking for some signs from Anissa that they could work together, but she didn't get what she needed. And so I'm thinking, are they really fixing to save Kim and Colleen? And throw in Anissa and Jordan? This could start a whole new shit show. She goes on, and finally they save Anissa and Jordan. I'm like, oh well. That was short-lived. So Laurel and Jax are going to be going against Kim and Colleen. Now, Kim and Colleen have a pretty good record when it comes to going into elimination. So I was kind of concerned that Laurel and Jax may have their work cut out for them. And basically what it was is there was a puzzle on one side, and there was a blank spot on the other side with a few pegs in it. And they were tied together, and when one goes up, the other one goes down, and vice versa. One partner had to yell out what blocks were where for the other one to solve in a puzzle. it was neck and neck. And actually, Kim and Colleen hollered for the first check. And it was incorrect. Laurel, like I said earlier about how excitable she is, she starts placing the pegs to complete the puzzle and jars it, and one whole row falls out. So then she says, we're just going to start over. Just go up to the top and start yelling at me what goes where, and we'll figure out. Because she didn't know which one of those 4 went where. So they're able to finish that off before Kim and Colleen can figure out the one piece they had wrong. So Laurel and Jax won elimination. Now, Fessy's upset because his cuddle buddy went home, Colleen. So I guess he'll have to choose one of the other 3 he was trying to mess with. I'm over him. I can't stand him. And like I said earlier, Laurel is one of the last people on the challenge that I would want to piss off. And I think Jax is the same way. So Michelle and Jay have huge targets on their back because they have pissed off Jarrell and Veronica. They have pissed off Anissa and Jordan. They have pissed off Devin and Tori. They have pissed off Laurel and Jax. And so they've got a lot of, the target just got a lot bigger on their back. Because I guarantee you, the vets are going to come after them. Which I said that anyway. Because the vets are going to go after the rookies. And they're the next thing up from a rookie pair. I noticed they haven't gone after Amber and Chauncey yet. And I'm kind of surprised because that's another couple that I think will be on the pecking order. We'll see how that goes, but so that's about it for this week. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Who are you pulling for? I still don't know. I still like Casey. Her and Kenny haven't been doing the greatest, which I figured that they would come out and just take over, but they haven't. Nani and Bananas have been doing pretty good. Tori and Devin have been doing pretty good. Horacio and Olivia, they still are doing pretty good, even though they're not winning. So we'll see how it goes next week. I don't know if it'll be a vet. I don't know if it'll be a rookie that wins. But I'm sure there will be a whole lot of drama with Michelle and Jay. And I'm here for it. So, until next week, guys, have a great week. And as always, much love.